What is up, my friends? Animanga has returned with the next What If series tournament. This one is the second to last tournament of the Gym arc. We'll just call it the Gym Academy arc. This is the second to last tournament for it. Now, what that means is the next tournament is a King of Games tournament, or in this case, Queen of Games tournament, since him will be defending her title. And we can finally maybe put an end to Jim and his gyms. So, 20 duelists. This is known as Yu-Gi-Oh! What If series in debt. What that means essentially is these celestial beings that Novo has, asked for help are not very good beings. They're not very good entities. They're very evil. They want Novo's spirit. They see Novo as quite powerful. He himself has a celestial entity within him. So they would like to absorb that. They would like to take that power for themselves. It is our job to stop them. Now let's begin with our 20 duelists. Oh, by the way, of course, I think this has been told, but we have the replica world right now, but there are some eerie differences. Now, that's all been said, let's begin. Lego's 5, Lego Man's 5. Lego, of course, the teacher has to protect his student, is dedicated to making sure his student doesn't get taken by these celestial loan sharks, especially after all the work they've done to help Novo mature and fully hone his abilities. He will not be allowing himself to lose someone else in his life that he practically considers family by now. Yeah, that's an emotional one from Lee. Already I'm getting quite emotional because I spent a lot of work into Novo as well. I want you guys to win. I do. I really do not want to win this tournament. Any of my people, except AT. That's the only person that I would be okay with winning on my side. But still, I want you guys to win over him anyway. Get this win. Wild Dan. Novo had brought the Blast Brigade back with his deal to bring back the world. And for that, Wild Dan will forever be grateful. The least he can do is make sure these enemies don't take away the one that saved him, his family, and gang. His family/gang. Plus, he would never allow this to happen, even if he didn't owe Novo. He's just a good dude. I like Wild Dan. He's a cool dude. Sadina Blitz was confronted by Brenda and defeated in a duel by her last tournament, which caused Sadina to finally vent and let out all his pent-up emotions that had been building up for so long. Brenda told him that he didn't have to push everyone else away, and that they could be there for him, just like he had been there for all the people he had helped. Now, feeling better and more focused, Sadina is ready to help save Novo and give it his all. And he will give it his all. He could win the tournament. So could this girl, Brenda. Managed to successfully help Sadina and has been getting better and better with her upgraded deck. And now that the world is back, she's almost to the point where she can return to searching for her relatives, almost being the key word, as they've still got a few other things to take care of first. Yes, let's wrap this arc up. Namely, these beings that think they can take away one of her friends. They shall face her villainous wrath for this. They forget she was a villain once. Andy Everett's. Before the incident with the gems, Andy had been roaming the streets before encountering a shy-seeming person around her age. That person introduced themselves as a duel master. Was it Shobu Kirafuda? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. a duel master, working for a corporation that was attempting to make more powerful duelists. And in doing so, this person offered Andy a new deck. She was then brought into the astral plane before ending up in this world, so she figures this is as good of a chance to test the deck out as anything else. Maybe she can find that person later and thank them. That's kind of eerie and ominous, actually. Are these people evil? Or is this person evil? Or they're just good, they're just trying to help her by giving her a new deck? I can't tell. Justice. This is Jimmy Jim's 5. Is glad to be back on Earth, even though it isn't really the same. His castle is in the same place, still the only problem is his mom's gone. Lucky Luckily, Mitchie has made technology to hopefully locate her in space. It's Mitchie? Oh yeah, Mitchie. He spelled it weird. Anyway, it might take a while though. Justice heard that Novo is in debt to some celestial being and that he could die. He fights with all day before finally biting the bullet and deciding, oh, he fights with it all day. Okay, I gotcha. Before finally biting the bullet and deciding to help, mostly because Sky said if he didn't, she would his favorite meal for dinner. What? She would not make his favorite meal for dinner. And he was really hungry because of all the food on the celestial plane. It was buns. Really? It was buns. That's great. I love it, Jamie. Angelica has returned finally. It's been a long time. Was scared that she lost Dante, but was happy to see him. She's happy to be home, but a bit worried about Justice. Every time she mentions Novo, he cringes. She doesn't know exactly why. Maybe it's a weird grudge or something, but she's happy to help fight weird celestial beings to stop Novo from getting killed, stolen, or whatever. Kinda don't want to think about how they would do the killing though, to be honest. That's literally what he put there. Because technically, yeah, they do take his soul from him. They need it. Sky is glad to be back home. She saw Justice was looking gloomy and hungry and decided to make him his favorite meal. But when she saw he was hesitant to help save Novo, she told him she wouldn't make him his meal until Novo was safe. And that changed Justice's attitude real quick. So when they get back, she's gonna make some sesame chicken and rice and some egg rolls and crab ragoon because that's Justice's favorite. I like this, Jamie. You're popping off today. I'm impressed. Nice work, dude. Natty Nature. Wow, it's been a long time. The one-time almost queen of games, who had an epic run to the final, but just barely lost to Diana. She returns. It's kind of weirded out that she's not on her normal home. Feels strange. Different. But she guesses it's going to be like moving into a new home. She's just got to get used to it. At least her treehouse near the castle is still here in her garden. Well, they appear to be the same, but they're not. She's eager to help her cousin, even though he himself doesn't look so eager to save Novo. At least there's a good meal for them when they get home. I like that Jamie set a goal for the end of the day. That's pretty important for these types of events. World-ending events. You need just a good meal to come home to. JD, again, is back in another tournament, straight. After getting back home, found a deck on her desk, a gift from Justice. Justice has been helping her train with her new deck to become a better duelist. What, you take it from Merrick's backstock? Because that was his old deck. She is very thankful and promises that once they find Victoria, that Mitchie and her will work extra hard to bring her back. Nitril's 5. Chris. Good news, the Earth is back. Weird news. It's a copy, and some weird, bizarre differences. Along, it seems even more weird stuff unleashing during R is just popping up. Looks like the Celestials done goofed more than expected. Though Chris is worried the nurse he has to get, even more apparently, is going to screw him over. I'm sorry, Nitrod, I am. He's quite comically anime waterfalling tears at that. Gotta save Novo. If the scenario doesn't end up cursed, please, just once, game, give us a non-cursed tournament. I'm just going to be up front here and tell y'all that I'm going to randomize the bracket 20 times this time. So there's no way there can be a mess up. I'm not going to even look at it. I'm just going to click the button 20 times. So, anyway. Spike. is pretty unsure what to think on seeing the copy of the Earth made by the Celestials, especially the bizarre differences, and kind of weirded out when he saw some sort of massive dragon shadow in the freaky part of the astral plane. Wait, what? Ooh, something was hiding in the astral plane other than the Celestials? I like this. Insert foreshadowing here. But now he and his friends gotta work on saving Novo, though Spike is concerned on Cinder having shown up again. Mal, my boy, Mal Tasuki, is just comically pointing out all the bizarre differences found in this copy of the Earth made by the Celestials. Though concerned, the bizarre chaos unleashed by Yako's experiments is worsening and somehow here as well. Watch as it carries over to when the real Earth is restored. Gotta kick Jim in the face for cooking too hard. That's right, kick him in the face. Spyro. Well, one of your people already beat him, so I was impressed. Was causing quite the pranks while everyone is traversing the weird astral plane and seeing some really bizarre things, despite being on this new Earth. It already feels so off, very off. Spike and the others hope the real Earth and everyone else can be restored. But Spyro is kind of flipping at seeing Cinder showing up yet again. What's with her? And now that Novo needs saving, Spyro wants to try his best to help Spike and his buddies in doing so. Why not? It warms my heart that everyone does care about Novo. Even Justice and his crew are going to try to save him. I appreciate it. I do. Look, y'all have had your differences. Y'all have had your arguments, Justice and crew. But at the end of the day, he's one of the group. Is he not? He's just your friend. That's all he is, really. He's actually not there to be. I've teased Jamie on this. I've said that Novo's cooler than Justice and stuff like that. Look, dude. Justice is awesome. Lee's awesome. Chris is awesome. AT is awesome. Mitch Chan's awesome. Novo's, I think, pretty cool. They're all cool. They're all cool. They're all our own characters. Our only goal here is to save him and have a good ending this tournament, so we can get on to the finale, the King of Games, the finale of this arc. Anyway, Cinder. As with the Skeletonites showing up, Cinder was not far behind. Or was she there the whole time? Spike fears what's going on with Smolder is connected with this whole dual dragons and god that Skeletonite mentioned. Smolder is also acting grumpy because grumpy. Cinder, meanwhile, is also getting annoyed by Spyro popping up. What's his deal? I don't know what is his deal, but Spyro is pretty strong, so it should be Spyro could win this tournament too. There's a lot of people who could win this tournament. AT. That's right, my 5 is up. And the former King of Games is here. He never really knew Novo. I know, it's weird too, my characters never really knew each other ever, because AT wasn't in GX. Like, I intentionally took him out of half of the What If series. Anyway, AT even asks Mal, who the heck is this guy? And where's my Robotown and my Graham? Also wants to know if he is a machine duelist. Finding out that he wasn't made AT reluctant, but still helpful to saving Novo from the Celestials. AT, just do your work. You better save him. Cabachat actually is one of the few that likes the Celestial Plane and wants to stay. However, her sister Cleo tries to convince her to leave with her when the world is fixed. Back to Egypt. Sadly, she gets possessed by Celestials and forced to fight them to ensure victory. Uh-oh, Cabachat could be a threat. Cabachat, and then here's the next threat that was possessed by the Celestials. Jack Atlas, the master of Fasta. Forced to fight for the Celestials under mind control, they promise he can be king of this plane if he is successful. And the two Celestials, they look the same, they are the same, they have the exact same deck. And they look like this on your screen. Here they are. Gave Novo his full request, but at several costs. One of them is taking a soul for themselves, because he has a similar celestial-like skeleton as them. They don't age either, or they can accelerate age, or they can deaccelerate age. They can do all like Novo can. Now, there are serious stakes involved if they, or the two they brainwashed, win this tournament. For if our heroes lose, it means the end of Novo Young. And with it, that is our 20 duelists. I do hope you guys enjoy the tournament. I hope it is not cursed. I truly, truly hope it is not cursed. I'm going to go randomize the bracket 20 times. Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. The channel is Anime, and I shall see you for the tournament. Bye-bye.